A big Star Trek Discovery change showed Captain Pike's true power in Starfleet. In the early seasons of Star Trek, Discovery's ships in Starfleet use an interesting technology that rarely appears elsewhere in Star Trek. In the 23rd century, when ships in Starfleet need to communicate with each other or with the Federation, they do so using holographic communicators. Throughout seasons 1 and 2 of Discovery, transparent semi-colored holograms flash into existence on the bridges of various starships. Even Klingon vessels communicate with colorless holograms in Discovery. Nevertheless, after the USS Discovery jumps forward to the 32nd century, the holographic communicators never appear again on Discovery. Holographic communicators have a long history in Star Trek. In the timeline of every Star Trek series, Starfleet first encounters holograms in Star Trek Enterprise. Holodecks, however, don't appear until Star Trek The Next Generation, and in our world, the first appearance of holographic communicators came in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, where they are framed as new technology. So, between Discovery and Deep Space Nine, Starfleet seems to have completely abandoned the technology for holographic communicators. There is, of course, a good reason for this disappearance. Captain Chris Pike, Anson Mount, got rid of them. Removing holograms from Star Trek ships showed Captain Pike's true Starfleet power. Early in Season 2 of Discovery, the USS Enterprise suffers a cascading systems failure brought on by the advanced technology of holographic communicators. Captain Pike has the whole system removed and says, "From now on, we'll communicate using good old-fashioned viewscreens." Indeed, when the Enterprise returns later in Season 2 of Discovery, Captain Pike confirms that there will never again be holographic communicators on the Enterprise. With this simple declaration, Captain Pike banished holographic communicators for the Federation for a century. In theory, when Captain Pike had his engineers strip the holographic communicators out of the Enterprise, he was only speaking for himself. Indeed, Captain Pike would not be made fleet captain until Season 2 of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, and most of his honors and accolades were earned in the years between Discovery and Star Trek, the original series. With that in mind, it does not necessarily follow that a single decision from Captain Pike would make a technology effectively disappear from the Federation. The fact that Captain Pike is in the position to make these decisions reveals the deep respect that Starfleet leadership has for him. Nevertheless, Captain Pike was the leader of the Enterprise, and the choices that he made in that role led the rest of Starfleet. If the flagship of the Federation decides that holographic communicators are not worth the effort, then they are not worth the effort for any other ship. The fact that Captain Pike is in the position to make these decisions reveals the deep respect that Starfleet leadership has for him. Even before he is highly decorated, Captain Pike is a powerful leader. Of course, when Captain Pike got rid of holographic communicators in Starfleet, he did not get rid of holograms. At the start of The Next Generation, Commander Riker, William Frakes, and Lieutenant Commander Data, Brent Spiner, explore the holodecks on the Enterprise and are clearly impressed with the new technology. Star Trek Voyager made another leap in technology with the EMH Robert Picardo, an increasingly independent crew member. And finally, 2 years after the EMH, Deep Space Nine brought back holographic communicators on the USS Defiant, among other new holographic technologies on the Defiant. When Star Trek Discovery debuted, it was heralded as a bold new entry in the long-running franchise, pushing the boundaries of what Star Trek could be in terms of storytelling, characters, and cinematic style. The show sought to reinvent itself with each season, introducing new characters and themes. Among the most significant changes came with the introduction of Captain Christopher Pike, played brilliantly by Anson Mount in Season 2. Pike's presence not only breathed new life into the series, but also showcased his true power as a leader in Starfleet, one that went far beyond mere rank and duty. His tenure on Discovery demonstrated a unique blend of moral integrity, empathetic leadership, and inspirational charisma, setting a new standard for Starfleet captains. The evolution of Star Trek Discovery. In its early days, Discovery centered around Michael Burnham, a Starfleet officer with a troubled past, and explored darker, more serialized storytelling than most Star Trek series before it. However, by Season 2, the show pivoted with the introduction of Captain Pike, a character previously seen in the original series pilot, The Cage, and later played by Jeffrey Hunter and Bruce Greenwood. Pike's arrival brought a breath of fresh air to the show's dynamic. Pike wasn't just another Starfleet captain. He was a walking embodiment of Starfleet's core values: exploration, diplomacy, and a commitment to doing what's right. Where the tone of Discovery had often been tense and chaotic, Pike's leadership brought stability and a sense of hope. This shift didn't just benefit the characters of Discovery. It also enriched the entire Star Trek universe by deepening the audience's understanding of what it truly means to be a Starfleet captain. Pike's leadership, strength through empathy. One of Pike's most defining traits on Discovery was his ability to lead through empathy rather than fear or brute force. In the episode Brother, Pike first boards the USS Discovery, immediately setting a tone of mutual respect and understanding. His first act as captain is to address the crew openly and honestly, acknowledging the challenges they've faced and affirming their collective strength. It's a stark contrast to the command style of Lorca, his predecessor, whose secretive and authoritarian tendencies alienated much of his crew. Pike's empathy is not a sign of weakness, but of incredible strength. Throughout Season 2, he demonstrates an uncanny ability to connect with his crew on a personal level. He listens to their concerns, values their opinions, and trusts their expertise. When faced with difficult decisions, he weighs the ethical implications and considers the human cost. For Pike, Starfleet isn't just about completing missions, it's about fostering a community of explorers united by a shared purpose. The importance of vision and optimism. Pike's power in Starfleet lies not only in his actions, but also in his vision. Unlike some captains who are defined by their tactical brilliance or their ability to win battles, Pike is defined by his optimism and his unwavering belief in Starfleet's ideals. He reminds the crew and the audience why they fell in love with Star Trek in the first place. This is especially evident in the season's central storyline involving the mysterious Red Angel and the apocalyptic threat posed by Control, a rogue AI. As the crew of the Discovery wrestles with the implications of their mission, Pike remains a steadying presence, providing guidance and clarity. He understands that the mission is not just about saving the galaxy, but also about preserving the values that make Starfleet worth fighting for. Pike's vision is most poignantly illustrated in Through the Valley of Shadows, where he is confronted with a terrifying vision of his own future. He sees the horrific accident that will leave him paralyzed and confined to a life support chair, yet he accepts this fate without hesitation. This moment reveals Pike's true power, his ability to put the needs of others above his own fears and desires. It's a testament to his courage and selflessness, qualities that elevate him from a great captain to an iconic one. A legacy that endures. The impact of Pike's tenure on Discovery extends far beyond Season 2. His character resonated so strongly with fans that it led to the creation of a spin-off series, Star Trek: Strange New Worlds, which explores Pike's adventures aboard the USS Enterprise. This continuation allows viewers to delve even deeper into Pike's character and his influence on Starfleet. What makes Pike's legacy so enduring is that he represents the best of what Star Trek has always stood for: hope, exploration, and the belief that humanity can achieve greatness through unity and compassion. In an era when cynicism often dominates popular media, Pike's optimism feels revolutionary. He reminds us that true power lies not in domination or control, but in the ability to inspire and uplift those around us.